Hi, this is George Abraham back again. I'm the CEO of Score Foundation. And today I'm just going to quickly share about the highway Roshni Ka Karvan towards inclusion. Roshni Ka Karvan, Samaveshan Ki Ore. So we had started this campaign. We plan to do one or two such outreach visits every month. So our first trip was to Lucknow, the classical city. We Our objectives of this outreach is to connect with local NGOs and seek out formal partnerships as we go forward, reach out to blind populations, also connect and engage with non-blind population with the objective of sensitizing them about life of blindness. And it also is to connect and get to know the local government officials like the social welfare officer, the State Commissioner for Persons with Disability, so that when we work on our helpline and when we are working from Delhi, connecting with people who call us up, we're able to provide them with support services which are local, which is the NGOs that we meet during our outreach. And also, if there are issues of nepotism, red tape, delays, discrimination, we're also able to connect with the government machinery, people like the State Commissioner and the social welfare officers who can help us sort out matters. So that was the broad objective with which we set out on this outreach venture. We partnered with National Association for the Blind primarily. They kind of set up various meetings for us. We met up with people at Amity University, especially with the special education teachers. That was on the first day. And post-lunch, we spent some time with about 50 to 60 blind youngsters, and many of them came with their family members, like parents. On the second day, we had meetings, presentations at the Khwaja, Moinuddin, Chishti Language University, which was largely a non-blind gathering of more than 100. This was obviously a sensitization and awareness drive. Post-lunch, we had the opportunity of engaging with the mass communication students of the National Postgraduate College of Lucknow. There were about 20 students and faculty. This was again an awareness sensitization engagement. The third day, we went to the Shakuntala Mishra National Rehabilitation University, which is a very unique university. They have students with disability, close to 1,800 to 2,000. And they also have able-bodied, non-disabled students. And a total of 6,000 odd students study there. And we had a gathering of close to 125 to 150 in the auditorium. And primarily they were blind, they were deaf, and there were some people with physical impairment, and then there were able-bodied students as well. And the last gathering of the outing was at the CRC, that's the Composite Resource Center, which is where central government has programs in the state where we spoke to a bunch of close to 150 young people. There were people with disability in that, as well as a lot of people without disability. They're all training to become special educators. So that was a crucial audience. As far as the overall experience, I think we managed to connect with a number of non-blind population, and there it was about talking about people with vision impairment, sensitizing and creating awareness about people with vision impairment, talking about them as people who are potential human resource in the country. And since it was in the context of teachers, trainers, training, and young students who would be going out to occupy various positions of responsibility tomorrow, we just felt it is important for them to get an understanding of persons with disability, primarily blind people. So we talked about the fact that you need to have expectations, you need to have empathy, you need to have proper empowerment, and above all, we need to strive to create an ecosystem in which we all live, which is in harmony, in an inclusive kind of environment. And the platforms that we deal with, whether it is buildings, whether it is IT infrastructure, transportation, whatever, they all need to be accessible, keeping in mind that people with disability are part of that ecosystem. As far as the mass communication engagement was, the students of mass communication, they are the communicators of tomorrow. In a manner of speaking, they are the opinion creators of tomorrow. And it is important for them to know that blind people are not only people worthy of human interest stories, they are also people who actually can be contributors, performers. They could be heroes and leaders of tomorrow. And so this engagement with them kind of allowed us to kind of put that point across. And it was quite interactive because a number of them did ask questions and had views to share, experiences to share. As far as blind students are concerned, blind people are concerned, we had two major engagements, as I said. One was at the Shakuntala Mishra University, and the second was at the Awadh Gymkhana, where we met a group of blind people and their family members. So there we spoke about the need for skills, the need for taking responsibility, because they represent blind people in the society. The perception about blind people are created through their lifestyle and their behavior and the way they engage. That's what will determine how blind people are viewed. We also did talk about life being difficult, and having a positive attitude is critical. And also we did mention to different audiences of blind people that they need to take responsibility. It's one thing to talk about rights, but they need to take responsibility. They need to be responsible, and they need to take responsibility of the decisions they take. And they also need to take responsibility in the environment. Like if you're working in a company, you need to take responsibility to perform your roles. It's great to kind of talk about rights and all that, but I think we need to be seen as responsible people. And finally, we are moving into a technology, digital world, and we need to be on top of technology. Go to an office, go to a government department, you go to a school. In the coming days, everything is going to be digitally driven, and therefore digital technology has to be mastered, and you have to be on top of it. So the message to blind people in this trip was to be smart, which is SMART, skills, be a model, have a positive attitude, take responsibility, and get on top of technology, be smart. And the non-blind population was, empathy, expectations, empower people with disability, and create an ecosystem which is accessible and inclusive. We also had the great opportunity of connecting with the State Commissioner of Disability. It was a pleasure meeting him and connecting him. We spent about 45 minutes interacting with him. He was very positive, and we have access to him. If there are challenges that we face or people from Uttar Pradesh face, he said, please feel free to call him. And we also did have a long meeting with the Social Welfare Deputy Director, and she was also extremely positive and was and was keen on collaborating and working with us going forward. And she also said, as we go to other parts of Uttar Pradesh, that she'll be willing to open doors for us. So all in all, I think it was a great trip. We had the opportunity to document. We do have small videos of our interaction with people. We do have photographs of all the events and the people we met with. And our partnership with NAB was incredibly good. They took a lot of responsibility locally and did mention that we should plan our activities forward. Going forward, we need to also visit the King George Medical University, the Indira Gandhi Eye Hospital, the Sitapur Eye Hospital, and various other projects around Lucknow, like at Ayodhya, in Sitapur, in Bareilly, Amity. There are a number of places within striking distance from Lucknow. So another trip to Lucknow in the near future is imminent. And we do hope that this trip results in more and more people getting to know about IWAY, the IWAY help desk, also get to hear about our philosophy and concept of life, and they are able to use the IWAY help desk, which is a telephone helpline. The number is 1800 5320469. Thank you.